Hello, it's Classy here, back with another Tribes video. And my most recent video was showcasing a whale account. So this time I will show the free-to-play side of the game with a showcase of my Server 16 account. This was my first account that I started back during Season 2. And I'm going to consider it as a free-to-play account just because the expenditures were very small. Although it's technically not $0. But yeah, for free-to-plays, if you really want to spend something in this game to get Shino coins, the only thing I would advise really is the $8 packs that come up during every banner. You get 2,500 Shino coins for $8, which is still a pretty bad deal, but it's the best deal you're going to get. Like the other packs are just crazy prices and just not worth it, honestly, unless you're trying to whale out. So yeah, as you can see, resources are always scarce as a free-to-play. It's good to know about which banners you should skip on because it's not sustainable to pull every banner unless you have crazy luck and you can get the featured units in like a multi or something. So here we go. I'll go through my best units and tell you guys what I've been working on. So here we go. This is Pain, my strongest unit right now. I believe he was my first 4-star pull back then when I had really good luck. Not so much anymore, but this was also the first character I got a rainbow frame from. So probably not a super smart decision as I used Fate Scrolls to do that. But you know what? Everyone makes dumb decisions when they don't know about the game too much. But Pain is still a really good character. I think I've already done a showcase video on him. Although I might not use him in Arena all the time, I use him in PvE a lot, especially because of the tribe that he's in. Also, I use him in Ninja World Tournament because he works well in that game mode. So yeah, here is Sublime. This was one of my carry units. So it used to be Pain back before there was no power creep, and I would use Pain with a few tanks in the cell to keep defending him so he can stack up really hard and then keep jutsuing with his vitality. So Sublime also is a hyper carry unit. When he uses his jutsu, he can output so much damage. So really great unit. Really glad I pulled him during that event. Not too much used on him. Sasori also, he was in the same banner. Really great banner. I'm really glad I spent like 12.5k or something because both of these units are excellent power creep units and they're AoE as well. So yeah, I don't think I used any Awakening on Sasori. I don't really need to. Yep, so far these two are in my arena team and like pretty much every other game mode. Sage Mode Jiraiya, really great unit as well. He was also free, so I was able to build him up to 5 stars without having to pull for him. I don't think I did. Same case with Sasori. I think I actually built him up from 1 star, so it's definitely possible to just get 5 stars if you do well in Abyss or whatever PvE event. So yeah, Jiraiya is such a good tank. So much sustain, so much defense capabilities. I need to finish this actually. And although he's not power creep, he still has AoE stun and burn, which is just nutty. Especially if you combo him with some of the status effect boosters. Yeah. Sasori is also a status effect booster, which makes him really good. And as you can see, it's as a free-to-play, you're going to be running out of resources. And that includes arena coins and scrolls. I usually don't do 10 arena battles per day. I usually just try to do 5. But maybe it's time I go back to 10 just to get more of these and Omni fragments. I don't think it's worth it, honestly, as a free-to-play. The Shinobi coins you spend is like 150 and you don't really get that much back. Here's Kamui. For him, I pulled him late during the banner, I think from a random single, but I mean, at the time I was excited. I like Kakashi as a character, and I thought this character is pretty good. He is pretty good, but nowadays I feel like same situation with Pain. I feel like there could be better options for Arena when you only have 9 spots on your team, but he's still useful in other game modes as well. Yes, I need to get more scrolls for all these people. Kakashi, I think I've already done so many different videos on him. I really like the character also, and he's actually a really good power creep unit that I'm using. So yeah. Here's one of the free-to-play units that they gave out, and if you play during the Rene Festival, you get this guy for free. I can probably 7-star him by using a few SR fragments. I'm probably going to do that. Also a really good AoE power creep unit, just like Sublime. As I said before, he also buffs himself, but instead of like Sublime, when Sublime is getting buffs when allies are dying, he does the opposite, where he gets buffs when enemies die. Kieran, one of my first units, I think I rerolled and I got him, and he'll probably never be a bad unit. He has that AoE debuff, which is just nutty. Yeah. Even if he's not power creep, he also has the AoE stun also, which makes him good. Suigetsu, I mean, he's always been a good unit, especially near the beginning stages of the game for me. But right now I'm still using him on Ninja World Tournament, and also there's a tribe that you can use with him as well. So not a bad investment. I didn't really spend too much on him. I've just been farming frags. So especially now when you get extra fragments, every time you do a mission, you should probably consider farming some frags for the free characters. Kakashi, also a unit that will never be bad. Insta Chakra, Insta Stun. What else does he do? He boosts his own crit stats as well. So just an excellent A unit. Can even hit harder than power creep units depending on what conditions are met. Here's SR Heavy, another free unit if you're playing during his event. Also an excellent unit. Gives a lot of defensive buffs. The status effect synergy, where he increases the chance of allies to inflict status effects, blah blah blah, is the most. His status effect synergy, where he increases the chance of his allies to afflict status effects, is probably the most important part about his kit. Mama Sakura, she's a really great support unit. She gives attack, she gives health, she does AoE stun, she reduces enemies' attack, I think, with her jutsu, so she just has it all. I'm not going to talk about SR Naruto. Everyone gets him up a ton just because you start with him at 5 stars, so he'll be carrying you through like the very beginning. Deidara, he is the character I was re-rolling for. I just really liked him, and that's what drew me into the game. I'm going to be honest with you. So yeah, I've been working on him. I don't have him 5 stars surprisingly, even though I was playing during his event, but back then I was super weak, so I couldn't get so many fragments. Kakuzu, also one of my old carries before the AoE stuff happened, the AoE power creep stuff happened. He was a good unit, man, but he didn't really last too long. Shikamaru, we all know Shikamaru is my favorite character. I can probably 7-star, I just haven't done so right now. I'm gonna save it for later. Gaara, also a unit I got during my rerolls, and he was like the 4-star Gaara carried me through the early game. Again, back when there wasn't better tank options, Gaara was the best tank in the game. Probably the best, one of the best units in the game. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, I've organized my units a bit where I've stopped upgrading some of them, with just like leaving them at this power. It's just the life of a free-to-play, right? You can tell, like, from Mama Sakura up, everybody's, like, getting maxed out at tier 16, but now we have people at tier 14. Shikamaru's going to go up there soon. And yeah, these are just characters that I just, I mean, they're free characters. You can get their frags from elite missions, so you're going to power them up. Um, Maybe for NWT or something like that. No, I mean Haku is really good for PvE, so I'm using him still. Boruto I can still use sometimes. Here's Sai. That was probably my biggest mistake in this game, not knowing about Sai. Well, yeah, to be fair, a lot of people didn't know about his hidden potential, and he ended up being the best unit in the game. So, yeah. Make sure you build up Sai. If you're a new player, just start working on him right away. Don't make the same mistake that a lot of people have made. He'll be ready. Well, I mean, he's already ready, but as you can see, resources are scarce, so I can still power him up, but he's ready for what he does, which is LB2 gives chakra. Yeah, so yeah, I wish I could have gotten him to 6-star. I probably would. He's actually a really good unit for PvE, as well as other game modes. So probably a unit I'm going to work on for my PvE lineup. Yeah, from here on out, not too much to say. I pulled UR Heavy finally, like maybe a week ago from that UR ticket that they gave out. And I was happy mostly because of the fact that he fulfilled a lot of my link bonuses. So, yeah, I'm gonna build him up. He's just really nuts. One of the OG units that's going to be timeless as well. He has 2 stuns, and he has a revenge kit. Yeah. From here on out, not really too much to say. There's a lot of units I just don't work on. I just leave them here. And yeah, that's what my unit lineup looks like. We can take a look at the team now. Let's see. Right, so Sai's going to be added in here very shortly. Probably as soon as I power him up a little bit more. I haven't found the need to use him right now. I'm actually doing some tests in Arena right now to see how I do without Sai. And honestly, speed is still the biggest factor in Arena. It's just like pretty crazy how much speed carries in Arena. And as you can see, all these guys are tier 16 because I'm using them on my main team. And it's a pretty meta team, nothing too special. We have the stuns, the 2 AoE stuns, plus the status effect up. We have the confused combo with more AoE stuns, just a ton of stuns. And then here we have Kid Kakashi boosting 5 units at the start of the game. Just off his 4th skill alone. And usually I'm pretty fast, so he'll boost most of the cells as well for attack and for offensive buffs. We have Sublime carrying and then more stuns. Yeah, it's not too much to say about this team. Arena is just stuns galore. If I wanted Sai, I'd probably put him with these 2 in energy. Probably take out Mama, move Kieran with these 2, Santa and Sasori in spirit. I'm probably gonna do that like really soon after I finish my testing in Arena. Yeah, that's about it, guys. So I think I've shared a lot of tips about what it's like to be a free-to-play. It's not impossible. You can still beat people who spend money in the game, especially if you work on your speed. I mean, if they know to work on their speed as well, you're probably screwed. But for Rainbow Frames, if you care about them, it's possible to still get them. Like, I have a bunch as a free-to-play. So it depends on your server, like who's strong, how many people are whaling. If you know the people who are stronger than you, yeah. The team power 540k since season 2 is not too good, I will admit, but it can definitely be higher. once I fully max out my main Shinobi, maybe I can hit like 575k and then move towards 600k eventually. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video.